Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters. Good afternoon. Thank you for coming here again today. The title of my speech today is Gratitude Fuels Your Invictus. Today I'll be speaking about a few things. I'll be talking about an accident that I had a couple years ago that landed me in a hospital. I'll be talking about gratitude, the concept of Invictus, as well as how all these things tie in together. Now I have a question. Who here has broken a bone before? Okay, most of us. Who here has broken 2 bones before? Okay. 2 bones at the same time. Alright, nice. I'm not the only one. So, a couple years ago, I hopped on my bicycle, and right from the get-go, I started pedaling super fast. But I soon realized, oh shoot, the brakes are disconnected. Oh! And I'm about to go into a really busy road where traffic comes up and over a blind hill, comes out at 50-60 miles an hour. So as a last resort, just out of instinct and without even thinking, I put my foot on the front tire to stop. And at this point, it looks like a scene out of The Matrix. No joke, my bike instantly pops straight up in the air. The back tire is pointing straight up, and I fall straight down over the handlebars. And at the time, I lived in a predominantly Hispanic neighborhood in San Diego, and there was a Mexican lady at the bus stop across the street that sees all of this. She yells out to me, "Oye, muchacho, ¿estás bien? Hey, young man, are you okay?" To which I responded, "A toda madre," which is a kind of vulgar Mexican slang for saying totally awesome. She hops in the bus, she goes in her merry way, and I stand up, brush myself off. But the next thing I remember is I'm on the ground again. But I have no memory of falling over. I'm in this really weird dreamlike state, and I just can't figure out how to stand up. It's not that I couldn't physically stand up because I was too hurt. I just couldn't understand or figure out the process of standing up. Later the day, I go to the hospital. I find out that I had a small concussion. I didn't hit my head. It was just from my brain rattling inside of my skull. And I have 2 fractured elbows, both. I get put in 2 hard splints, so now my arms are stuck like this. Yeah. Now, just imagine one day, I'm perfectly fine. And then in an instant, it's all changed. Everywhere I go, I have to carry around this broomstick that I'd stuck a piece of Velcro on the end just so I could scratch my face. I duct tape my toothbrush to another broom handle so I can brush like this. In order to feed myself, I put food on the table and I shove my face into it like a dog. And I know what you're all probably wondering by now. You don't want to know how I took care of my bathroom business. I'll say that for the next one. And now I'd like for all of you to just take a brief moment right now and think about how would you be thinking and feeling at this point if this had happened to you. In my case, I was pissed off. This is at the beginning of the summer, and I had plans for doing this and that, but now I couldn't. I was basically paralyzed. I was looking for someone or something to blame, but I couldn't blame it on anything. And after feeling this way, the way that I felt was grateful. Because it could have been worse. I could have gone into traffic, I could have got hit by a car and killed. I was grateful that I even had arms to break. Firsthand, I've seen a homeless man in the streets of Tijuana, Mexico that didn't even have arms. And I could guarantee all of you that he would have traded his problems for all of mine in a heartbeat. Because at least I could have fixed my fractured elbows, whereas he couldn't fix his lack of arms. Not to mention I still have a home, food to eat, occupation. A saying that I love is, I was once upset about not having shoes until I saw a man that had no feet. And this would be an example of what I would call gratitude. Appreciating what you have, regardless of what you don't. Because it could always be worse. Now, in more recent times, I've started to keep a daily gratitude journal. Completely separate from this situation. And every day that I wake up, I write a couple things in it. It could be anything and everything. I'm grateful for my physical capabilities. I'm grateful for the bed that I'm laying on, for air. I'm grateful for death because it gives living more value. Aside from that, aside from taking into account everything that I'm grateful for, I still always strive for more and for better. This is what I would refer to as joyful discontent. Joyful discontent. Appreciating what you currently have, still working on something better. Now, despite this, there's still not a whole lot that I feel like I have to have. There's plenty that I appreciate and I like, I have gratitude for, but at the end of the day, there's not a lot that I have to have. I honestly feel like I could lose my arms and legs, and after a period of turmoil, I would still be happy and grateful. Now this takes us to our last topic of Invictus. Invictus is Latin for an unbreakable, unconquerable soul. Just as how my speech is titled, Gratitude Fuels Your Invictus. When you have gratitude, nothing can break you. During one of our previous meetings, a gentleman gave a speech about his experience in having cancer. Fortunately, my situation was not nearly as bad as his. During his speech, he had said, "Cancer has my body, but cancer does not have my soul." Same way that during this accident, it might have broken part of my body, but it couldn't have broken my soul. Now, in conclusion, I'd like to close by saying, continue to fuel your Invictus, stay grateful, and be unbreakable. Fellow Toastmasters, thank you.
What a wonderful speech, full of gratitude. I have broken 2 bones and I can relate how it is.